Yeah, now you know why I don't stream that often. Restream sent me an email saying, "Way to stream." I would like to. Uh, I would like to send them a message back with a few comments. Stormy, not particularly. It's just bad connection, I think. Not that it matters to me. I'm just here for fun in the sun. I'm the reliable one. That's how it always is in these games. The main character is the reliable guy. Yeah, so a Japanese character says "wah," and now it translates as "oh, wow." Oh, look at this Facebook story about a rock slide. Somehow I find it weird to see social media implemented in games/anime. Never been a fan of. Yeah, I've watched like 10 episodes of the new Digimon anime. It's called Digimon Ghost Game, and that's like a big thing in that game. I guess it makes sense because Digimon is all about digital monsters, so they kind of have to integrate the technology in some capacity. It's really weird that Digimon came out in like the late 90s, and it's actually a little more relevant today. The world is a lot more technological now than it was when it first came out. It is weird, though, to play a game and be like, hey, look at this Facebook post. You can feel the tension in the air around here. Someone must have shared the news. Well, apparently a lot of people did. So this is probably like the anime character who's like the studious guy that respects authority. There's always one of these. Even in the original Digimon anime, the character Joe, who this guy kind of looks like an older version of him. That was kind of his thing. He was all about studying and, we got to find the teachers. We got to find the adults. We can't handle anything. They all seem kind of calm, yeah. It's like they're all just standing there very, very still. Boy, did I read this character right. I like landmark in red, a very blood red. That lets you know that there's something off.
ああ、まだやってるよ。修二さんも真面目すぎるんだよね。
One thing I never understood design-wise is prescription glasses with frame on the bottom and not the top. Yeah, it's kind of a common thing you see in a lot of anime. I've never seen that in real life. Is that any way to talk about someone 2 years older than you? I say terrible things to people older than me all the time, especially Nemo. And I think Nemo is 4 years older than me. Right you are, my little Aoi. Aoi. And do I have to remind you that I'm actually in a grade above yours?
葵さんも俺が下級生ってこと忘れてない？もっとさ、こう、こらーってさ、上級生活吹かせて叱ったりしてみようぜ。
Why would you want a woman to be more of a nag?
そんなの私にできるわけがないでしょ。さあ、私たちも行きましょうね、たくまくんも。
This isn't like a big deal or anything, but I can tell when I look at the character busts that there's aspects when they put this on the background that they didn't like properly edit it. Because if you look like at her hair and such, you can see like little white dots. I think probably from where they had it in the sheet, and then they like edited it down to put it into the game.
そうだな。行こうぜ、たくま。
I'm like a real stickler for that kind of thing, where if I notice like there's little bits and pieces of outline around something, I try so hard to get rid of that and make it look a little more cohesive. I know all of the female Japanese voices sound the same, but she totally sounds like Asuna from Sword Art Online. I'm better with male voices than female voices. I'm sorry for any Japanese women watching, but you all kind of sound the same to me. That's most women, though, so it's not just Japanese. It's kind of like a constant chattering in my ear. This stream sponsored by misogyny. Everyone stops on the way to the landmark to take in the flowers. Man, is this spring or is this spring? Am I right? Nemo, can you confirm that in Japanese he said, "Am I right?" Or is that a creative choice of dubbing here? I don't know if you can go back. I don't know if there's like a log. I get the impression that he did not say "Am I right?" as one word. This actually is something I'd like to go to Japan and see cherry blossoms. I think cherry blossoms are beautiful. Oh, there is a backlog. Oh, here. I think I can play it for you. How about that? Can you hear it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're taking some creative liberties. I don't really have a problem with that, though, because sometimes Japanese dialogue is actually, like, very matter of fact and on the nose, and sometimes it could use a little spicing up. I'm glad we came here.
キャンプに来てよかったな。この先の史跡も楽しみになってきたよ。
That said my moral changed? Does that mean I became more of a good person? I'm glad we came on this camp. Makes me look forward to the historic landmark ahead.
本当ね。なんだか私もワクワクしてきたわ。
ま、ちょっとは面白いもんが見れそうかな。お、あんなとこにサキとリョウがいるぜ。
Rio. That's a very common name as well. Not to be confused with Ryu.
先に史跡へ向かっていたのね。
Dude, they are totally making the dialogue better compared to what they say. Yeah. Please tell me, this blonde girl has to be like American, right? Well, maybe not. It amuses me that whenever Japanese include Americans in their games, they have to be like blonde, right? Like Lieutenant Surge in Pokemon. He's like a big blonde guy. He's like wearing army fatigues and yeah. People make fun of Americans for the stereotypes of other countries and peoples, but those are exactly the kind of stereotypes they have of us too. Okay, her name is Saki. She's probably not American then. I am looking at her earrings to decipher what they are. Look how beautiful it is. The flowers are so pretty. This is the athletic guy who's very stoic and I don't know, I can kind of relate to him. That's usually my face in real life. That's my everyday face in Japan. My face would kind of look like that, but I'd probably have more of a smirk. I'm a very smirky person. It would probably offend people that think I'm not taking everything too seriously. Which I don't know why they would think that. As you play the game, you'll be presented with choices of where to go or who to talk to. Of course, you've got to end the sentence with a preposition. Try targeting one of the students walking along the tree-lined path in the distance. You can switch between targets using L1 and R1. Try switching targets while you have one selected. Once you've selected a target, press X to move to the next step. Who you talk to and in what order may advance the story. You can target more than just characters, so keep an eye out for unexpected discoveries. Oh look, here's the stream. That one looks a lot more stable than mine. Let's look at the cherry trees. Cherry trees lining the path are all in full bloom with gorgeous petals fluttering down. I'd love to just sit here and gaze at them for a while. Well, we can. I've got about 15 minutes. Let's look at the campers. I'm so tired. This camp is weak. Yeah, total weak sauce. Well, at least we can get a few bars out here. We can kill a little time with that. For real? I can't even get a signal in the school building. Man, what a hunk of junk you're lugging around. I'm very critical of games that try to include meme dialogue. That wasn't too bad, but if you try to include memes in your game, I'm going to heavily dislike it. Using memes in dialogue is not a good substitute for writing. If I listen closely, I can hear the sound of a babbling brook. You never hear something like that in the city. It's sort of comforting. I'm not sure Japanese understand memes properly. I don't know if they understand like Western memes properly. I've seen Japanese memes before. They're typically kind of different. Hey Takuma, did you know that the leaves of cherry blossoms are poisonous? That's why you never see any weeds growing underneath them. Huh, is that right? Wait, don't people eat those sometimes? Well, sure, they're fine if you pickle them first. You sure know some weird things, man. Nemo, can you confirm, have you had pickled cherry blossoms? I did not know that cherry blossoms were poisonous, so I learned something new today. They eat bamboo but haven't heard about cherry blossoms. Yeah, I know about bamboo. Never had bamboo. I'm not a panda. Alright, let's talk to the pretty blonde girl. Jeez, what crawled up your backside into... Oh, she's talking to him. You don't know what you're talking about. Sure, whatever you say. Come on, it's time to go. I might have become one. That's might be why I grew black circles around my eyes. Are you sure you weren't punched in the face? I enjoy the fact that Sam came in to say one thing and then left. That's his typical MO. Let's talk to Rio. Wonder if his last name is De Janeiro. And anyway, how long do you plan on following me around? What do you expect? Who knows what you'll do if I take my eyes off you, Rio? So you're my supervisor now. Clearly you're not the type to be left to your own devices. I kind of relate to Rio a bit. Plays eyes on me. Saki's headed for the landmark, chasing Rio as he continues bellyaching. I wonder, how do I say landmark in red? Landmark. Oh. You have more things to say, huh? Man, is it finally some good manners. Oh, sure, that's what I was going for. Interesting. I never noticed what sake sounds like if pronounced with American accent. I guess it's descriptive. Are you talking about the alcohol? I suppose it depends on how you look at it. She can be outspoken at times, to be sure. But she's also cheerful, cute, and quite amicable. Oh, it's sucky? Oh. Yeah, I shouldn't say sucky too much when I'm playing this game. I don't want people to come in and get the wrong impression. The sort of honesty you sense from her, I quite like it. Yeah, really, I didn't... When did I ask for your opinion of her? She just seems a bit radiant, don't you think? I see. Still, she goes a bit overboard. A big sister like me has to look out for her. Hee hee. I've actually wanted to do like a stream of a visual novel. And I wanted to like if I could get my webcam to work, I wanted to like impose myself into the video and have it be like the real me doing the dialogue for the main character and talking to the girls. I think that would be a great idea. I did a lot of acting in school. I was in a bunch of plays. Those two would get along way better than I figured they would. More like Sucky can get along with anyone. That Rio is a real pain too. She must be some kind of saint. Ah, good girls always go for the bad boys. As I know. Now, is that any way to speak about him? All of us need to work together. See, I feel like Aoi would be the kind of girl interested in me that I would not like back. Because she would always be scolding me for my humor and my comments. That's why I didn't get a good girl. I never heard anything come out of his mouth that wasn't a complaint about something. Yeah, I know that feeling. I can kind of relate, to be honest, yeah. It's like looking how I used to be. Kind of embarrassing. You're sure he's older? Your past self? Is that something a middle schooler is supposed to say? This dialogue is a little confusing to me. Then again, I suppose an adolescent boy would say such things. Maybe Japan has like more of an emphasis on age and age groups, because that's not really a huge deal in America. When I was a freshman in high school, I was friends with like seniors, so it wasn't really a matter of you just stuck with like your one group and that was it. I don't know. I hung out with people way older than me all the time. Sucky's the exact opposite. The way she comes at you head on makes her seem more grown up. We only just met here at camp, but she acted like we were all best buds from square one. I think you resemble her in that regard, Minoru. Or, I don't know if I'm saying that. Minoru? Minoru? Yeah, he's the one who broke the ice with us after all. Indeed, head on, as you would say. I like to imagine she's doing finger quotes when she says that. Geez, guys, knock it off with the compliments. My ego can only take so much. That wasn't a compliment. They say there's a dead body under every cherry blossom tree. That. Well, I guess there is like a thing in Japan where they have the what is it, like the suicide forests? I remember, I think, was it one of the Paul brothers? He got in trouble because he was filming a video and they discovered a body in one of those forests, like tied to a tree or something. Japan's a weird place, man. Oh, they say that thing about the dead body being under trees and temples. Everyone went this way. Looks pretty rocky up that path. Huh? What a pain. It was a normal conversation on a normal day with friends. I think to myself these thoughts all the time. Whenever I'm done streaming with Nemo, I think to myself, that was a very normal conversation on a normal stream on a normal day. Well, normal other than the camping part. Because camping is very abnormal. At least that's what I thought. I was kind of hoping to get more gameplay out of this stream. Huh? Look at that. Why is there a police car here? Why is it so blurry? Yeah, that's true of the RPGs, the Cyber Sleuth games. The pacing is very slow in that as well. There are some cutscenes in Cyber Sleuth, I swear to God, are like 20 to 25 minutes long. Not as bad as Metal Gear Solid 2, but...
ち入り禁止のテープも貼ってあるわ。
You're right. There's a lot of tape that says keep out.
もしかしてミノルが言ってた落石事故とかと関係ある？
Maybe it's related to the rock slide. Or maybe it's not. Maybe somebody died. Police are investigating a murder. Should not speculate.
だったらやっぱ心配してた通りじゃん。
Oh man, did I call it or did I call it? Just fine my ass. Right, Takuma? That was an interesting thing. So, back in the day when people would do translations or dubbings or things like that, they would often interject a lot more swearing. They would the original Final Fantasy IV, if any of you ever played it, there was like a very famous English translation that used a lot more swear words. Like I think at one point Golbez referred to Rosa as Cecil's whore, and it was like completely inappropriate swearing, and there's like a William Shatner reference. I think well that may have been a different translation, but yeah, that used to be a thing. You would try to make it a little more edgy.
困ったわね。史跡まで行くにはここを通らないと。
Can I save? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry to end the stream on such a boring note, but I am going to have to end it. I do have a meeting, so yeah. I really appreciate, Nemo, you coming out. I want to do more of this. I was going to start a little bit earlier, but I had so many technical issues, and yeah. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I don't know when I'm going to come back. I don't have any schedules. You don't sub to my channel for consistency, so I might do some more of this tomorrow. We'll see. All right, thank you everybody for watching. See you next time.